Hello, Sharon here, and I'm going to share with you 5 of my favourite tips to help you be a bit more productive the next time you use Microsoft Word. Now, just a quick note that I'm using Office 365, so I've got the latest version of Word, so things may look slightly different if you're using an older version. Right, let's crack on. My first tip is to make use of the focus mode. So this is ideal for those times when you just need to get on with typing and you don't want any other distractions on your screen. You can find it by either going to the View tab on the ribbon, and under the Immersive section here you'll see Focus, or at the very bottom of your screen you'll see Focus on the bar here. So you just click on there and Word puts your document into full screen mode, hiding absolutely everything else. If you need to access the ribbon whilst you're in focus mode, click on the 3 dots at the very top of the page here and do whatever you need to do in the ribbon, and then click back on the document when you've finished and the ribbon disappears again. To come out of focus mode, just press the escape key. So moving on to tip number 2. And do you remember those days when Word was really rigid and you could only type where it told you to? Well, you'll be pleased to know those days are gone. You can actually type anywhere you want to in a Word document. Simply double click your mouse and just start typing anywhere you like. My next tip is to do with spelling. So there are some words that we all get wrong, and most of the time we're grateful to Word for highlighting the fact that the word has been spelt wrong. If you have a word that you know you constantly misspell, then you can add it to a list in the autocorrect options, so Word automatically corrects it every time you type it. So to do that, click on File in the top left corner, go down to Options, then click on Proofing on the left hand side here, and in this section, the top section here, click on Autocorrect Options. So this lists all the words that Word changes based on the spelling. For example, if you type the word the and get the letters mixed up so you've actually typed TEH, then Word will automatically change it to the, as listed in this table. So this is where you can add your own word if it's not already here. So for example, if I know that I want to type spelling and I keep spelling it as spieling, then I can just add it to this table. So under where it says replace, type in the word that you keep spelling wrong and put down what the correct spelling should be, and then just add it to the table. Then click OK. Click OK from this option as well. And now every time you type that word, you'll see that Word has automatically changed it to the correct spelling. And the good thing is it's not just in Word. Any changes you make in the autocorrect options will also apply in the other Microsoft Office applications. I just think it's such a real handy time-saving feature. So on to tip number 4, and you're probably familiar with the lorem ipsum filler text when creating or editing websites. But did you know you can actually use it in Word as well? So let's say you've got an unfinished document and you know there's going to be a few more pages with images that are ready, but the actual written content isn't ready yet. You can add lorem ipsum as placeholder text, so it gives you an idea of the layout and how things will look until the correct content is ready. To do this, just click on the page where you want the placeholder to go and type in equals lorem and open close brackets, and then press return. This gives you 5 paragraphs of text by default. If you want more or less than that, so if you say you only wanted 2 paragraphs, then just put in the number of paragraphs that you want inside the brackets and press return. And now it's giving me 2 paragraphs. And job done. Now my final tip is to make use of the navigation pane, especially if you're working in a long document. Just click on the View tab in the ribbon, and in the Show section here, tick the box next to where it says Navigation Pane. So this opens up the navigation pane on the left hand side of the page. Now you can move it if you want to by clicking on the little arrow here and clicking on Move. You'll notice that the cursor has changed, and you just click and drag to move it anywhere on the screen, or you can move it right over to the other side of the page. I'm just going to move it back again because I don't like it there. So just move it back again here. So there are 3 tabs in the navigation pane. There's Headings, Pages and Results. If you click on Headings, this gives you the outline of the headings used in the document. Click on the little arrow to the left of each one and it will show you any subheadings available. And if you click on any of these, then it will take you directly to where they are in the document. Now the second tab is Pages, and it gives you a thumbnail view of all the pages in the document, making it really easy to see if any of them look out of place or if you need to add any more to them. Again, click on any of the thumbnails and it will take you to that specific page. And the third tab is Results. So if you want to find certain text, pictures, headings or specific pages, then using the navigation pane is a quick way to do this. Simply type in the search bar what you're looking for. So if I put down placeholder, click on Results, and it will list where to find it in the document. You'll notice that it also highlights the results in the actual document itself. Click on the drop down arrow to the right of the search bar and you can ask it to search in tables, graphics, comments and so on. Once you're finished with it, you can just click the cross in the top right corner here to close it, or you can untick the box next to navigation pane in the View tab on the ribbon. Okay, so my bonus tip is for when you've added a hyperlink to your document and you click on it to check that it's working okay, and then the text changes colour. It is really annoying. Luckily, there is a way to stop this from happening, and you'll need to watch this video next if you want to find out how. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite tip. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.